watching this Synergy Opportunity presentation. Over the next few minutes, we'd like you to think to yourself, who do you know that we can help? This is Marty Hoker, and I want to share with you my personal story about Synergy Worldwide. Did you know that according to the American Heart Association, it's estimated that more than 1 in 3 adults have some form of cardiovascular disease? And every year except one since 1900, cardiovascular disease accounts for more deaths than any other cause in the United States. Did you know that according to the American Diabetes Association, diabetes has now become the fastest growing disease in American history? It's estimated that nearly 80 million Americans, and on the trends that we're going at right now, we're approaching 1 in 4 adults, 1 in 3 children, and 1 in 2 minorities either have diabetes or are pre-diabetic. Did you know that according to the American Heart Association, it's estimated that nearly 2 out of 3 Americans have some form of hypertension, some form of high blood pressure? That's almost 70% of all American adults. Hypertension is the single most significant risk factor in heart disease, sometimes known as the silent killer because it has no symptoms. And finally, according to the American Heart Association, did you know that 77% of Americans treated for a first-time stroke, 69% of Americans for a first-time heart attack, and 74% of Americans with congestive heart failure all had blood pressure 140/90, hypertensive or greater? In 1994, the respected Journal of Science declared that nitric oxide was the molecule of the year. Nitric oxide influences the functioning of virtually every bodily organ, including the lungs, liver, kidney, stomach, genitals, and of course the heart. Nitric oxide performs its role as a vasodilator, meaning that it helps control blood flow to every single part of the human body. Every year since 1901, the Nobel Prize in Medicine is awarded to the single greatest medical discovery of the year. Back in 1901, the first medical discovery was for that of the X-ray and the benefits to the human race. A few years later, the discovery of insulin. A few years later, the discovery of penicillin. These discoveries have literally impacted the lives of billions and billions of people. In 1998, the greatest medical discovery that was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine were to 3 scientists for the discovery of nitric oxide and what it does as a signaling molecule in the cardiovascular system. One of those 3 scientists, Dr. Louis Ignarro, wrote a book titled No More Heart Disease. And on the front cover of the book, talks about how nitric oxide can prevent, even reverse, heart disease and strokes, the #1 cause of death. My grandfather grew up in Minnesota and died from cardiovascular disease. He had a quadruple bypass surgery and multiple strokes. He had 7 children. All 7 children have had some form of heart disease. 2 of my dad's brothers and 1 sister have also had open heart surgery. My dad's had 3 surgeries in the last 10 years. At the age of 72, he was on 7 medications for his heart when he saw this book and decided to take this supplement that converts to nitric oxide. 8 months later, at my dad's annual physical with his cardiologist, at the age of 72, his blood pressure was 120/70, his heart rate was 68 beats a minute, his oxygen utilization the top 96th percentile, and his treadmill stress test the top 94th percentile. Dr. Jonathan Cook, who's the head of Stanford's vascular unit, wrote a book titled The Cardiovascular Cure, and talks about how in 1998 the Nobel Prize was awarded to these scientists for the discovery of a chemical, this nitric oxide, this miracle molecule, produced in the lining of the blood vessels that keep them free of plaque. L-arginine is an amino acid that converts into endothelium into nitric oxide, this miracle molecule. It relaxes the blood vessels. It reduces stress from the heart. It improves circulation. My sister was literally in a wheelchair at Disneyland because she was in such severe pain in her lower legs. When she called me on the telephone, I told her I had a product that may help her. I sent her some product hoping that within 90 days she'd see a noticeable difference. She called me back within 3 weeks. The pain in her legs was completely gone. It helps promote healthy blood pressure levels. My mom was on blood pressure medicine for 40 years. I gave her this product. Within 60 days, she had normal healthy blood pressure levels. I said, Mom, share with me your story. She said, well, my blood pressure would be as high as 250/150, not on my medication. On my medication, about 140/90, which is still hypertensive. And then on her medication, with the help of Proarginine Plus, down into the 1-teens over the 70s within 60 days. It promotes healthy sexual function, an all-natural Viagra, so to speak. And it helps boost energy levels and build muscle mass. My wife competed professionally in fitness. When she first got on this product, and myself as well, we noticed a significant difference in our athletic performance within 30 days. Shifting gears, we're going to talk about the economic health of our country. Of course, unemployment rates and foreclosures and all of these things are at all-time highs and escalating out of control. But on June 9th of this year on CNN, I heard something I couldn't believe. The American net worth, you and I, our family, our friends, our net worth as in a country in 2007 was $17 trillion. Just 4 years later in 2011, we had lost 8.8 trillion of our net worth. Half of our net worth gone in 4 years. Has there ever been a time that we as a society need to find ways to make some extra money? In these tough economic times, opportunities to create wealth are the greatest when you're involved with something the public is not fully convinced of yet, that they soon become very convinced of. Let's take, for instance, the story of Apple. On March 5th of 2004, Apple stock was trading at $13.37 per share. Then they came up with this concept of let's think differently. Let's get outside the box. Let's do something the public is not fully convinced of. And they came out with some technology called the iPhone and some other things. And here we are, fast forward, March 4th of this year, 2011. Apple stock was trading at $360 a share. Their stock jumped almost 27 times in 7 years because opportunities are the greatest when the public isn't fully convinced. My wife and I launched our business opportunity with Synergy Worldwide in January of 2010. By the end of that year, we were earning over $30,000 per month in residual income. There are 3 very specific reasons why I believe Synergy Worldwide is one of those next great business opportunities in America. Specifically, a company of stability, a first-to-market product, and a team-building compensation plan. The first secret to success in these trying economic times is a company of stability, a company that's going to be around, a company that's going to make it. Synergy Worldwide was founded by Dan Higginson back in 1999, in their 12th year now, operating in over 20 different countries. Synergy is owned by Nature's Sunshine, one of the strongest network marketing companies in history. The first company to encapsulate herbs back in 1972. They've been in business almost 40 years. The 2002 Supplement Manufacturer of the Year according to Nutritional Outlook. This is a debt-free giant of a company that is publicly traded on NASDAQ that offers the stability for the Synergy Worldwide opportunity. The second real secret to success is a first-to-market type of product, or idea, or concept, like we just discussed with Apple. Back in 1996, a group of individuals heard about a fruit down in Tahiti that had some unique nutritional properties. They simply bottled and packaged it, took it to the world that knew nothing about this fruit, and did billions in sales. A few years later, some people found the mangosteen fruit. A few years later, some people found the acai berries. These are companies that have sold billions of dollars in products because they were first to market these superfruits. One of the things that really got me excited specifically about this opportunity and Porridge 9 Plus was I come from a long line of supplementation in my family. 48 years in the business as a family. My wife competed professionally in fitness, and none of us were taking the L-arginine type product that converts to nitric oxide, this miracle molecule. The other thing that really got me excited is it's backed by science. Do you realize that on PubMed.gov, the government's website for published medical studies, there's only a few hundred published medical studies on these superfruits. But look at the published medical studies with L-arginine and nitric oxide. Over 200,000 published medical studies, yet nobody knows about it. This isn't just a first-to-market opportunity. This is a first-to-market opportunity backed by science. The third secret is a team-building compensation plan where you work together literally as a team. The following illustration shows when the person in yellow places an order, the people in green have the potential to benefit from that order. You'll notice on the left, which is the structure that we have, more people can benefit from one order. It creates more of a team-building compensation plan. Synergy Worldwide utilizes a binary compensation plan. Binary means 2, meaning you can bring in one person on your left and one person on your right. For illustration purposes, let's say you brought in 10 people. Well, you have your first one on your left, your first one on your right. Those other 8 people, you're forced to put underneath those first 2. It creates a tremendous team-building concept. For illustration purposes, let's say you had 100 people on your left and 70 people on your right, and each of these people were ordering 100 CV. That means on your left team, you'd have 10,000 CV. On your right team, you'd have 7,000 CV. Whichever is your lesser of the 2 sides, you can earn up to 10% each month. In this illustration, up to $700 in basic commissions. The most exciting part about our team building compensation model is the mega match commissions, where you can personally earn 100% of the basic commissions earned of everyone you personally enroll. For illustration purposes, let's say that you help just 5 people earn $1,700 a month in basic commissions, and you're the sponsor. That would pay you over $100,000 per year. And there is no limit to the amount of people that you can sponsor and earn 100% mega match on their basic commissions. And part of a team building concept with decades of experience is to put together a system to help each of us be successful working together as a team. Network marketing offers one of the fairest playing fields for the average person to become wealthy, because you don't need a lot of money or experience to be successful in this industry. For $24.95 as a one-time enrollment fee, you're a Synergy distributor in one of 2 ways. You're either going to purchase 1 tracking center, which is 4 cans of product at $50 a can, or 3 tracking centers, which is 12 boxes of product at $37.50 a box. Each is a month's supply. You'll see with 12 boxes, you're getting a better price and more product. Each tracking center has the potential to earn up to $20,000 a month, and all come with the unconditional 90-day money-back guarantee. If you bought 4 cans to get started or 12 boxes to get started, and you weren't happy for any reason in the next 90 days, Synergy will refund your money 100%. In closing, folks, one of the real secrets to your success is a belief system, and we have a product that you can believe in passionately. A good friend of mine that had never had success in this industry was a bit skeptical, and I told him, once you have a belief system in this product, you will not be able to contain yourself. He gave some product to his mom within 3 weeks. Her diastolic was down in the 70s for the first time in years. That was his mother. He shared this product with a doctor in South Dakota, whose triglycerides came down 207 points in 9 days, whose wife was a type 2 diabetic and went from 4 shots of insulin to a half a tablet of insulin in 4 months. And I can give you story after story with this gentleman, and this gentleman is now full-time in the business, and it's created a phenomenal business opportunity because of the belief system in the product that he's seen working. And opportunities are the greatest when the public isn't fully convinced, and folks, we have that. We have a product that we feel everybody needs to be taking. They just don't know it yet. I want to thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. If you're the first type of person and you're not interested, we ask that you may introduce us to somebody that could use this product. If you're the second type of person, the type of person that says, you know what, I got to know for myself this product works, great. Take the 90-day risk-free trial, try the product. We believe you'll want to be a distributor after that. The third type of person, that's who we're looking for. The type of person who looks at this as the opportunity of a lifetime, because we've got a first-to-market type of product, we've got an economy that's struggling, and we have a company of stability with a team-building compensation plan. Please get back with the person that had you view the presentation and come join us for the opportunity of a lifetime.